Today's project is painting the boat. I washed it, took it home, washed it. Actually, it was kind of the second time I washed it because the first time then it rained, so I had to do it again. And then they were, a neighbor, I started painting that top part, and that neighbor said, "You better get out, you homeowners are going to bug you." So I moved here to the storage area where I already painted the side here. There's nobody around, and it's just as good. See, I already painted that top part. I really did it too fast too. It's better to be here. Well, there's a nice breeze that I could be, it'd be a good breeze for sailing. Maybe I'll do some sailing this year. So I'm rollering this on, and mostly what I brush it, and then there's a place I missed, and then I roller over it to smooth it. And you know, on a flat surface you can put it on as thick as you want pretty much. It's so much faster. I intend to be done by dusk. I am wearing a gas mask per my pulmonary doctor. Got her done. Get her done. Sun's a little bit low in the sky. It's not, I think it'll be alright. Boat ain't worth nothing anyway. I like it. I went back and put a little touch up on the spots. Oh, you missed a spot. Really, there wasn't very many. Really wasn't much. But see, the rain's kind of moving in, but hopefully it won't rain because it's outdoors. But that's kind of what you're up against if you don't have a real paint shop. And these videos are not about a professional. How to do things like a professional. It's how to do things when you're not a professional. And wanted to say too, I've been experimenting with, there's two things. One thing so I'm using oil-based paints, you know, because they're better. And so you need a good respirator. I need a better respirator because I feel like I've got a little irritation. The other thing is I don't like to pour old paint back into the new can, fresh paint. So it only goes one direction. You got the can of good fresh paint. It only goes one direction out. It never goes back in. So in order to facilitate that, I was using Rubbermaid, trying to find, you know, a cup that'll hold it. And probably, you really need that $2 quart can. That Rubbermaid thing was like $1. And I'd probably be better off with that $2 can. Another thing is disposable. It took me about as long to clean up as it did to actually do the touch-up. And if you can use disposable, if you can spend enough money to have a high enough quality on disposable, it's, you know, you're probably ahead of the game, and the environment, and everybody's going to thank you. The other thing I've been experimenting with cleanup is ammonia. And so after you do your paint thinner, then you put the ammonia pure, and I'm not sure how well that works either. Seems like dish soap's about as good as anything. But it does help to get a little water at the end, which I never used to do. But then you got a problem of what you're going to do with that water. How are you going to dispose of that water? Because the paint thinner you can burn, plus it evaporates pretty well, but if you don't have it outdoors, and if you don't have it where it can get rained in. But it's a problem what to do with that polluted liquid water. And what I might do, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I had antifreeze for years. I finally found somebody that would take it. They said they had to pay to have it removed, but they took it because I had a brake job done. But you know, I've heard you can put it down the toilet, but I just never could do it. So the boat's been out here baking in the sun for a week or more, and I kind of would hope that this paint would shrink up. But I see that do have some places where I put it on too thick or so thick. It kind of shrunk up, but it's got wrinkles. But and even as I was saying, you know, you can put on as much as you want in the flat. I knew it's not really true, but then again, you know, most of it's good. It's just this place here that went bad. And then I noticed in the other video too, you can see in the other video, right, there's a place there. I can't see very well, let me see, where am I? In here. I didn't notice this at all when I was painting. I saw it in the video, but you know, it's all right. I think it's all right. The main thing I think is, well, you can't see brush strokes, or at least ways. Like here's some brush strokes. The brush strokes are minimized, I think, and this is the trick that helps you minimize brush strokes, these little foam rollers. And I don't know if it matters if they're little. And they're foam, they're not, I was going to take one out, but I don't really need to, I don't guess. But it's not that cloth or fuzzy stuff, it's foam. So, and you get that textured look, which I guess is pretty similar to a normal roller, but maybe, I don't know, maybe a little smaller. But here's a blob here. But the main thing I think is it sticks. I don't think, you know, it's not like a car. If this was a car, you know, people would laugh at me. But, and then, you know, clearly you could see this is where I sprayed it. And of course I also used I used real boat paint on this. It was $20 a quart. This was $50 a gallon. But this is just plain old enamel, oil-based enamel. That might make a difference too. But I think the main difference is this was sprayed on. And it was meant to be sprayed, I think. Whereas this really, I don't think is really meant to be sprayed. It's real thick.